No question. They're interesting.
It is still, of course, a LeBron James hour. He's just completely hijacked everything we had planned for the show.
And he's the best player of his era and maybe ever, and he could be on the move. It's the biggest story.
Right. That's why we will keep this portion of the conversation going.
This isn't just a story. It's an earthquake. For years, we've watched LeBron James dominate, redefine, conquer. But today, the Kings' reign in Los Angeles officially ends. This isn't just about a team losing its star. It's about the entire NBA landscape being violently reshaped. He's hijacked everything, they said. And he has. Because when LeBron James moves, the world stops. The Lakers were supposed to be his final kingdom, his last hurrah. But the dream has shattered. What truly happened behind the gilded doors of the Lakers facility? The rumors have swirled, the whispers have grown, but now, the truth is laid bare. This isn't just a player leaving, it's a legacy pivot. Why would the greatest player of his era walk away from Hollywood? The answer is more complex and more explosive than anyone imagined. The news hit like a tidal wave. LeBron James, the cornerstone of the Los Angeles Lakers for nearly a decade, has officially informed the team he won't be resigning. Think about that for a second. This isn't just a free agent walking, this is a seismic shift in power. For 8 seasons he brought championships, unparalleled global attention, and a new era of showtime to the purple and gold. A championship in the 2020 bubble, a moment etched in history, proving he could lead any franchise to glory. He already held titles with Miami and Cleveland, solidifying his win-anywhere legacy. But now at 42 years old, entering his 24th season, many thought he'd finish his career in LA. They were wrong. The question on every fan's mind is simple, yet utterly profound. Where does the King go next? This isn't just a retirement tour. This is a pursuit of something more. Something perhaps the Lakers couldn't or wouldn't offer.
I'm back. More LeBron James talk now that appears he has told the Lakers he will not re-sign with them. Where could he end up? Breaking news out of the NBA. LeBron James has informed the Lakers that he will be playing elsewhere next season.
Come back more. LeBron James talk now. That appears he has told the Lakers he will not resign with them. Where could he end up? Breaking news out of the NBA. LeBron James has informed the Lakers that he will be playing elsewhere next season. That's per multiple reports. The future Hall of Famer has spent the past 8 seasons in Los Angeles. Breaking news indeed. The formal announcement sent shockwaves far beyond basketball. LeBron, a future Hall of Famer, spent 8 monumental seasons in Los Angeles. He delivered the Lakers' first championship in a decade, a feat many thought impossible after years of struggle. He revitalized a franchise, brought a new generation of fans, and transcended the game itself, becoming a cultural icon in Hollywood. He's won at least one NBA title with every franchise he's touched: the Heat, the Cavs, and the Lakers. That's a legendary track record. Now, embarking on his record 24th season and turning 42 this December, most athletes would be winding down, content with their unparalleled achievements. But LeBron is not most athletes. He's always chasing the next challenge, the next mountain to climb. But what kind of mountain, at this stage of his career, would compel him to leave the comfortable confines of a global brand like the Lakers? Was it a quest for a 4th ring with a 4th team? Or something deeper, more personal?
It will now be a new adventure for LeBron, who has won at least one NBA title with all 3 franchises he's played for. That's the Heat, Cavs, and Lakers. The 4-time MVP will be entering his record 24th season in the NBA and turns 42 years old in December.
It will now be a new adventure for LeBron, who has won at least one NBA title with all 3 franchises he's played for. That's the Heat, Cavs, and Lakers. The 4-time MVP will be entering his record 24th season in the NBA and turns 42 years old in December. A new adventure for the King. It rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? But what does new adventure truly mean for a player who has literally done it all? The Lakers' tenure saw him win 1 title. Yes, but it also had its share of frustrations, missed playoffs, and roster chaos. This isn't just a jersey change, it's a total reevaluation of his final act. He's shedding the purple and gold, a colorway that will forever be linked to his remarkable, if sometimes turbulent, time in LA. But where will he land? Will it be a contender looking for that final piece? A young team seeking veteran guidance and immediate credibility? Or something completely out of left field? The speculation is rampant. The rumors are wild. But one thing is certain. The NBA free agency landscape just got a lot more interesting. Every GM, every owner, every fan base is now on high alert. Could your team be the next destination for LeBron James? And if so, what would that even look like?
So this is the jump-off spot for the conversation that we started at the top of the hour at noon Eastern with LeBron James's future. We know it will no longer be in that purple and gold. Get those colorways out of there. It is a new pasture coming for the King, but where is it? We will have to wait and see as we continue this conversation with our coach Avery Johnson and Brad Botkin here with us.
So this is the jump-off spot for the conversation that we started at the top of the hour at New Nation with LeBron James's future. We know it will no longer be in that purple and gold. Get those colorways out of there. It is a new pasture coming for the King, but where is it? We will have to wait and see as we continue this conversation with our coach Avery Johnson and Brad Botkin here with us. The new pasture for the King. It's a poetic phrase for such a momentous decision. Coach Avery Johnson, a veteran voice in the league, had a premonition. He'd been saying it all along. This was LeBron's last year with the Lakers. That kind of foresight isn't guesswork. It's an understanding of LeBron's competitive drive and the intricate dynamics of his career. What did Coach Johnson see that the rest of us were only just starting to grasp? The internal clocks, the subtle signs, the shifting priorities of a player who has always controlled his own destiny. It wasn't about public perception. It was about LeBron's inner compass. He probably made this decision long ago, cementing his path before the season even began. It speaks to a deep, calculated strategy. It also suggests that the issues in LA ran deeper than just on-court performance. This wasn't a snap decision, but a meticulously planned exit. But why was this move so clear to some, and a shock to others? Was it a failure of the Lakers to read the room? Or LeBron's genius for keeping his cards close to his chest?
The sense that you get knowing that that part of his tenure is over for LeBron.
Well, I've been halfway right about this because even before the season started, I consistently said this is LeBron James's last year with the Lakers. So I don't know where he's going to end up. Brad and I, we got different opinions.
Well, I've been halfway right about this because even before the season started, I've consistently said this is LeBron James's last year with the Lakers. So I don't know where he's going to end up. Brad and I, without different opinions, I don't know if there's some third team that we're not even thinking about. Coach Johnson's prediction wasn't just a guess. It was an insider's insight into the mind of a legend. He felt even before the season tipped off that LeBron's time in LA was nearing its end. The question wasn't if, but when. And now, the when is here. Why would LeBron make this decision? The feeling among many is that he saw his mission in Los Angeles as accomplished. He came, he conquered a championship in the bubble, and he elevated the franchise back to relevance. But he was never going to surpass the likes of Kobe, Magic, or Kareem in the Lakers' pantheon. He understood that. He won his ring, proving his medal in a new city. It still counts, no matter what asterisks some try to attach. This wasn't about cementing himself as the greatest Laker. It was about proving he could win as a Laker. And with that done, what was left for him there? Was the chapter truly closed on his terms, or were other factors at play, pushing him out the door?
He probably felt like it was mission accomplished, that he has nothing else to prove in a Lakers uniform. He's never was going to be looked upon as the greatest Laker. He wasn't going to send Kobe and Magic and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He went there, he won a championship. Yes, it was in the bubble, but it still counts.
Right.
You know, just like my 1999.
He probably felt like it was mission accomplished, that he has nothing else to prove in the Lakers uniform. He's never was going to be looked upon as the greatest Laker. He wasn't even going to send Kobe and Magic and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He went there, he won a championship. Yes, he was in a bubble, but it still counts. Right. You know, just like my 1999 championship during the strike year. It still counts. I got a ring. I got the bonus to prove it. Mission accomplished indeed. It's a powerful statement from a player who always sets his own narrative. LeBron's career has been a series of self-reinventions, constantly seeking new peaks. At this stage, it's not just about titles, it's about the journey, the challenge, the experience. We saw hints of this evolving mindset. The European trip of his former Cleveland teammates, a poignant reminder of past glories. More golf, a sport that demands focus and patience, hinting at a slower pace perhaps. Playing with his oldest son, Bronny, a dream realized that transcended team loyalties. These aren't just hobbies, they're reflections of a man looking for fulfillment beyond just the hardwood. He needs a new challenge, something that ignites that fire within him. Something different than simply chasing another ring with a team that might not align with his vision. This isn't just about basketball anymore, is it? It's about life, legacy, and finding joy in the final chapters of an epic career. But what kind of new challenge could possibly be more appealing than leading one of the NBA's most storied franchises?
But I just think LeBron needs a new challenge, and he's at this stage of his career. I think he has a lot on his mind. He did the European trip with his old teammates that he won the championship with Cleveland. He's playing more golf now. He had a chance to play with his oldest son. So I just think LeBron needs a new challenge.
But I just think LeBron needs a new challenge, and he's at this stage of his career. Yeah, I think he has a lot on his mind. He did the European trip with his old teammates that he won the championship with Cleveland. He's playing more golf now. He had a chance to play with his oldest son. So I just think LeBron needs a new challenge. A new challenge. It's the driving force behind this unprecedented move. And the truth is, LeBron slammed the door shut on the Lakers long ago. He probably made this decision mentally, months, maybe even years, before the official announcement. This wasn't a negotiation that went south. It was a foregone conclusion. The signs were there if you looked closely. The Lakers' internal dynamics were shifting. Luka Doncic had emerged as the undisputed best player, a ball-dominant superstar. LeBron, ever the team player, showed a remarkable willingness to adapt, even playing a third-guy role when Austin Reeves was on the floor. On-off numbers, while debated, told a compelling story. The Lakers killed teams with Reeves and Doncic. But when LeBron was added to that mix, the numbers dipped. The overlap in their perimeter creation, their ball-dominant styles, was real. It wasn't about ego, it was about fit. Could the Lakers have truly built a coherent championship team around three ball-dominant perimeter players, or was a breakup inevitable?
From the standpoint of, we all accept now that Luka's the best player on the team, and LeBron showed a willingness and a striking ability to play that third guy when Austin Reeves was there. Those guys played very well. The Lakers had, if you look at how much you believe in on-off numbers, everybody has different opinions, but the Lakers killed teams with Austin Reeves.
From the standpoint of, we all accept now that Luka is the best player on the team, and LeBron showed a willingness and a striking ability to play that third guy when Austin Reeves is there. Those guys played very well. The Lakers had, if you look at how much you believe in on-off numbers, everybody has different opinions. But the Lakers killed teams with Austin Reeves. The numbers don't lie. While great players can always make it work, the Lakers' future was clearly trending in a different direction. The narrative circulating is that the Lakers expressed interest in keeping LeBron, but he was the one who said, no. But let's peel back the layers. Did the Lakers truly want him back, or did their actions speak louder than words? They had the cap space to offer him a near-max deal, to send a clear message. You're still our guy. But they didn't. This wasn't just about a respectful parting, it was a deliberate strategic choice by the Lakers. Without explicitly stating it, they were signaling a new era. This is Luka's team now. The massive contract given to Austin Reeves, a foundational piece for the future, further solidified this shift. As long as LeBron was in the building, regardless of who was statistically better, it would always be LeBron's team. The Lakers needed a clean break to fully embrace the Luka Doncic era. And LeBron, ever astute, read the writing on the wall. The offer, or lack thereof, reflected this strategic pivot. So LeBron's decision wasn't just personal. It was also a reaction to the Lakers' clear intent to move on. Was this a failure of communication, or a necessary surgical separation for both parties to thrive?
Without saying so, this is Luka's team now, and we've got to start building around. We just signed Austin Reeves to a big deal. As long as LeBron is in the building, even if he's not the best player, it's a LeBron team. And I think there's a clean...
Without saying so, this is Lucas's team now, and we've got to start building around. We just signed Austin Reeves to a big deal. As long as LeBron is in the building, even if he's not the best player, it's a LeBron team. And I think there's a clean cut. A clean cut. That's the brutal honesty of professional sports. The Tim Duncan era in San Antonio saw a legendary player gradually cede control, but he had Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili, a proven championship core. The Lakers, however, are banking on Luka and Reeves. And this leads us to another explosive revelation. The resigning of Austin Reeves might have been the final decisive straw for LeBron. It wasn't just about financial commitment, it was about the team's defensive identity, or lack thereof. LeBron, a generational talent, has always prioritized championship contention. He understands defense wins titles. And with the Doncic-Reeves backcourt, a duo brilliant offensively, but undeniably vulnerable on the defensive end, he saw a fundamental flaw. He didn't believe in their ability to build a championship defense around that combination. It's a harsh truth. If even LeBron James, with all his offensive power, doubts a team's defensive backbone, what does that say about their true potential? That right there is the truth nobody wants to tell you. Success isn't complicated, it's just hard. Stop making excuses. Apply this today and watch what happens. Listen closely to what was just said. That is the key to unlocking real potential. Most people miss this, but it's the most important part. Listen closely. Most people miss this because they're too busy looking for a magic pill. Real growth is uncomfortable. If you aren't uncomfortable, you aren't growing. Listen closely to what was just said. That is the key to unlocking real potential. Most people miss this, but it's the most important part. This is the difference between an amateur and a pro. Amateurs look for shortcuts. Pros look for principles. Master this, and you stop competing. You start dominating. Listen closely to what was just said. That is the key to unlocking real potential. Most people miss this, but it's the most important part. Listen closely. Most people miss this because they are too busy looking for a magic pill. Real growth is uncomfortable. If you aren't uncomfortable, you aren't growing.